Hey, everybody, good evening. Welcome to day 18's Words to Aspire to Higher. It is late. I am late. It's been a very, very long day, but I appreciate each and every one of you continuing to tune in and to listen and to join me, to send me your feedback and all the love and the private messages that continue to ask me more information and questions about some of the things that I say. I really, really enjoy our time together. And in fact, I'm kind of sad that this is our last week together as we walked daily through the month of August, focusing on mindset, positive mental attitude. But you know what? That doesn't have to be the end of it. We can always get a chance and an opportunity to come together at any point in time to talk about things on a more one-on-one level if you'd like. So please feel free to connect with me, and we would love to talk with you. So yesterday we talked about infinite intelligence. We really essentially learned that infinite intelligence dwells within us, and because it does, we have the ability to reap the rewards of life because we are connected to the power that has the ability to ensure that we receive it. Today, we are going to talk about the power of our influence with our ability to keep a positive focus. We touched upon this a little before, but it was from a different perspective. So I really want us to focus on the energy piece for from today's perspective. So the energy that really comes from our attitudes, our perspectives about life, and what we choose to focus our own energy on is really what I want us to think about as we think about our ability to influence. We will walk through how it influences people to respond to us or to react, right? And so one of the things that we'll talk about down the line is that reactive piece, right? So what happens when people react or when we react to things rather than setting the tone and the stage for something. So let's jump right in. I'm going to jump in with utilizing an analogy. So suppose you are associated in your daily activities with someone whose mental attitude is negative. Like they are just a really difficult person to get along with, and I'll even dare to say that this is a person you would rather. How can I say it? So you would either like to help if you could, or you'd like to smack some sense into them because you know how much they need that in order to get them themselves together and get their perspective right. Right? They just know how to push those buttons. Well, since we know we can't smack somebody, and that essentially won't really give them any sense, right? Per se, some people might say it's some corrective action. But for the sake of tonight, we say that that isn't that's not something that we can actually do. So we have to rely on other means to help them see themselves and uncover and discover why they are always showing up in a negative state of mind. So we take a step to kind of invite them to our group. Let's say it's a study group for this conversation. And we do this in hopes that this can tactfully change this person's attitude from negative to positive without making an issue of the matter or making any reference whatsoever to their objectionable traits. And what I'll say this is indirect direct influence. Let's use another scenario. Suppose that you have a relative. I'm going to say, let's say it's your spouse. Oh goodness, don't get in trouble here. But I'm just going to put it out there, and I'll say, let's think of it from the husband. It's us wives trying to get our husbands, and I'll say that I tend to find that men can be meaner than women, although women might be seen as complainers more than men. I don't know. I don't know how all that works, but hey, um, let's just say that you, as the wife, would like to turn your husband's negative mental attitude without making a direct issue of the matter or making a scene because what do we know to be true? We know that direct issues and dealing with something directly in such cases as these usually lead to that big A word, right? The arguments, right? And so we want to stay clear from that. So what could you do? Um, what you could do if you have the ability to is to invite your husband to your study group or the intentionally staged double date with a friend and her husband who has kind of mastered the positive mindset piece to help kind of influence him from a position that won't cause resentments. Right, we can kind of set stages and we can be directly involved with creating environments to help people um, or influence people to see themselves and move outside of themselves to a better direction. And what this is called is this is direct indirect influence. And we use these forms of influences in many other ways. So let's just say you are in the business of sales. Your job literally is to indirectly plant ideas in the minds of other people in a tactful way. The indirect manner that you deliver it is the way in which they accept the ideas and act upon them as their own. So you as the salesperson has the ability to influence the ideas that can come across buyers' minds as they come into contact with you. So something to take note of here that I believe is really important for you and I to understand is that the salesperson, us, we have we have to have first learned and mastered through our own means of conditioning of our mindset the power of our influence. And we have to believe in our own ability to believe in what it is that we are trying to sell. So, really, our influence is only as good as our commitment to conditioning our own mindset to focus on the positive so to receive the rewards of life. So, I'll say that last part again. Our influence is only as good as our commitment to conditioning our own mindset to focus on the positive so to receive the rewards of life. Well, that's it for tonight, guys. It's late. It's 10:30. It's almost going into Wednesday, but I hope that you got something out of our time together tonight. I urge you to connect with us if you are looking for any type of personal or professional development, or if you believe your organization could benefit from a workshop or a training. You can connect with me on royaltynetwork.net or admin@royaltynetwork.net. You can shoot us an email there. If you have not already done so, subscribe, like, and follow us. We know that you are chosen to be a part of our royal family. And so we'll say to that, come on in. And we, as well, don't forget to share. We believe we have enough wealth to spread around the world. So don't be stingy. Invite someone to get a part of their wealth. All right. It's right here for them to inherit it. Lastly, don't forget to join me tomorrow at 5 p.m. Yes, that's right. 5 p.m. We are going to take the cover off on domestic violence. We're going to have some great conversation. And as always, we're going to walk through our healing process. We're going to do the healing work in the throne room. Remember, it is the place that we've created to purge from our issues, heal from our wounds, and find rest so that we can transform into that which we have been called and created to become. And you guys already know what that is. Yes, that is royalty. Well, have a great night, guys. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow in the throne room.